Why Buy Whole Bean Coffee by www.buyorganiccoffee.org. Do you want the best coffee? Whole bean coffee directly from Colombia is a great choice. Do you want the most convenient coffee to make? That is roasted and ground coffee that you can add directly to your coffee maker for your morning cup of java. Why buy whole bean coffee if it is more work to grind it before starting your morning coffee making ritual? The reasons are that whole bean coffee is fresher than ground, and whole bean coffee is probably better for you. Freshness of your coffee. Coffee is at its freshest when picked and processed on the coffee farm. But coffee drinkers outside of the tropics, where coffee is grown, need to wait for the coffee to get to them. So it is important that the processes between the coffee farm and you help retain freshness. Green coffee beans retain their freshness for up to 3 years when properly stored. But when coffee farmers in a huge coffee-producing country like Brazil hold their coffee beans back from the market because unfavorable pricing, that coffee goes from top grade to low grade over time. On the other hand, when you buy directly from a supplier in Colombia or another coffee-grown region, you avoid this problem. When to roast coffee. While green coffee keeps its freshness for up to 3 years, roasted coffee stays fresh for up to 6 months. This is why coffee is shipped as green beans to roasters in North America, Europe, Japan, and everywhere that people love coffee. Roasting coffee and shipping it directly to the store improves the odds that the coffee you get is fresh. Ideally, you will roast your coffee at home just before making coffee. A big part of why Coffee House Coffee is so good is that they roast their coffee each day. When to grind coffee. To be able to extract the caffeine and flavorful antioxidants from coffee, you need to grind it. Ideally, you roast your coffee and then grind it each day. But as a practical matter, most folks do not have time in the morning to roast coffee. They do have time to grind coffee, however. It takes about 15 seconds to put the necessary quantity of beans in a coffee grinder and turn whole beans into ready-to-roast ground coffee. Unfortunately, so many coffee drinkers have never had anything but coffee that is ground and packaged by the roaster. If you are one of these folks, please be aware that the reason your coffee from your favorite coffee shop tastes better than your coffee at home is not just because they buy good coffee beans, but also because they buy whole bean coffee, green, roasted daily, and grind the roasted coffee beans just before making the coffee. Clean your coffee maker regularly. Review our article about the best ways to clean a coffee maker. Don't wait until you have a mold, yeast, or bacterial problem before cleaning. Don't wait until your usually tasty coffee is bitter. It makes no matter if you use a French press or an iBrick for Turkish coffee, a percolator for large quantities, or a simple cloth bag for pour-over coffee. When you buy fresh whole bean coffee, it deserves a clean coffee maker to give you the best cup of coffee every time. For more insights and useful information about organic coffee, visit www.buyorganiccoffee.org.